Good morning, everybody, and happy Tuesday to you. I hope you are having a fantastic week so far. I know it's only 2 days in, but yeah, I can still say that, can't I? All right, guys, just bear with me while I do the old techie stuff to check that I'm live and in the right place. Yes, there we are. Great. All right, now that I can see that I'm live, how is everybody? I'm just waiting for a couple of people to jump on live so I can let you know exactly what we're going to talk about today. So, guys, if you are jumping on live, say g'day in the comments. You know, I say it every week and I'll keep saying it. I love to feel like we're all in the room together rather than me just talking to my camera on the computer. So say g'day in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. That'd be awesome. Now, guys, if you don't know me, my name is Ali Sugars and I'm the principal and the founder of the Heart and Soul Business Academy. G'day, Barb. How you going, gorgeous girl? I have a real passion for helping people to start, build, and grow their businesses to have incredible success. And in the Business Academy, we focus on 4 major things. We focus on mindset, which is the first thing in business that we always look at. Motivation, which is goal setting and planning, marketing, which is all the fun things that you need to do for business, and momentum. So that's once you get those clients coming in, we help you to build and grow and scale and keep the momentum going. So again, if you're popping on, say g'day. I would love to know who's watching today. And we have now, although one out of those 4 pillars that I just mentioned, we're going to look at something today which was kind of in between 2 of those pillars. So we're going to look at some brilliant ideas for following your intuition in making business decisions. Now, this is kind of like I said, a mix between the mindset type of stuff, but also the motivation as well. So, like setting those goals, but before we get to those goals, understanding the feelings that we have. Because I don't know about you guys, but in business, a lot of the time we can come up with all these, or we can be, for want of a better word, confronted with all these different decisions that we need to make in business. And ultimately, let's be honest, we're the ones that are responsible for it because it's our business. And sometimes, let me know in the chat, who else finds this quite daunting? I do. I find it quite daunting. And this is why I wanted to talk through today some five ideas of how to help you follow the intuition, follow what your body and what your mind is telling you, to be able to successfully make those business decisions that are best for you and your business. Okay, because like I said, again, ultimately it's your business. So again, if you're popping on, say g'day, love to know who's watching, and let me know as we go along in the chat what your thoughts are, and maybe how some of these things are affecting you as well, or how you have been affected in the past before. Because God, I know that this is something that we go through, this kind of stuff every single day in business. Now, techie stuff. Here we go. All right, let me get to where I'm meant to be. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing is now intuition, right? Obviously, the first thing that you're going to need to do is listen to your gut feeling. And the gut feeling is, trusting your instincts. Okay, so intuition and instincts. And this is what I find here is really interesting. So often your instincts, right, are your subconscious processing information that's coming into your sphere faster than your conscious mind. So your instincts are going to, you're going to know. And as we go through today, we're going to get deeper into how those instincts work, both physically and mentally. Okay? So again, if you're popping on, say g'day. Now, if something feels extensively right or wrong, okay, you're going to know it. Like I said, your subconscious is going to process it quite quickly, your subconscious, before your conscious even does. However, Now, what I want to make sure of here is that, if you are already feeling that something's really right or really wrong, don't simply go on the initial feeling though. Okay. I want you to ask yourself why you're feeling like that and dig deeper into why you're feeling like that, because and this is going to make sense as we go along today, right? Because there's going to be deeper reasons. It's not just this is how I'm feeling and that's all there is to it. It's so much more than that. So use your intuition as a compass to, this is what we're talking today, essentially all over. We're using that intuition as a compass and a guidance, okay? A guidance in making business decisions. Now, there's intuition and there's logic, okay? And they are two very different things. Something that I have learned in life is to sit back and weigh it all up, okay? Definitely to sit back and weigh it all up. Just got a phone call coming into my phone. I'm just going to ignore that for a second. And recognize too the difference, and there's going to be big differences here, right? And I want you to pay attention to this, and I want you to think about and even put in the comments how you can relate to this. So there is a difference between fear and intuition. Okay, so intuition is going to feel like calm and certainty and like it's all good, and you're going to feel relaxed, okay? Whereas fear, you are going to feel stressful and you're going to feel anxious and your whole body's probably going to tighten up. And even as I say the word anxious, my body does that as well. It tightens up like this. But sometimes what happens is we are unable to tell the difference between the two. And so when that happens, right, it might indicate that there might be some subconscious factors, right, that inadvertently you're allowing to sabotage your success, and you might not even know it. That's the thing, you might not even know it. So let's give an example, okay? So think about maybe if someone wants to collaborate with you on a project, and it sounds like a fantastic opportunity that's going to, have a really positive impact on your business, on your income, on your career overall. Okay. Now, I had this opportunity, about 3 years ago now. I had an opportunity. Someone came to me to collaborate them. It seemed like a great opportunity at the time. And, and this is the time when I should have listened to my intuition. But I didn't. I didn't even know what I was feeling then. I didn't have an understanding of this. Okay. So you might be excited. Okay. It's exciting. It's something new that's been put in front of you. It's an opportunity, but there's this feeling that things aren't maybe as peachy as they seem. All right. So that's your intuition coming in. So you wonder if there's is this a gut feeling to the person themselves who's proposing this collaboration? Or is it something in the collaboration that's happening that might be too good to be true? But you might feel there's just something off. There's just something that you can't pinpoint. Okay. Or it could be, okay, so let's look at it another way. There could be one of these 3 possibilities. Okay, and again, think about, and I want you to tell me in the chat if you can relate to any of these when you go to make business decisions. Okay, so recognizing the difference between fear and intuition. So it could be self-sabotage. That's a huge one. Hands up, put a hell yes if you know that you have ever, whether consciously or subconsciously, done that. So this is a feeling that you might be just overthinking things. Okay, who overthinks things? Me, all the time, right? And so because you're overthinking, you're automatically jumping to the fear-based conclusions. Kerry, you get it? Hell yeah. Hey, beautiful Kerry, how are you? Kerry gets it. Yep, hell yeah. Okay, so you're jumping to fear-based conclusions, okay? Now, this could be one of these two things, a fear of failure or even a fear of success. They're two very different. Oh, Barb, yep, hell yeah, you're a massive overthinker. Yeah, I know. Me too. And I dead set get that from my dad. 100% get being an overthinker from my dad. It's frustrating, but it's true. So ask yourself here, right, like Kerry and Barb, could you be trying to come up with reasons not to follow your intuition, right? Could you be coming up with reasons that maybe you're keeping yourself small, keeping yourself safe? Fear of success, Kerry. Interesting. Kerry, I'd love to invite you to come to the Heart and Soul Business Academy accountability call today because you're one of our HSBA members. I'd love to have a chat with you about that. So the second thing is here, you might think that, like I mentioned before, just something's off. Okay, something's off, whether it's with the person, whether it's with the situation, whether it's with the offer. Your intuition is telling you that something's not right. You know, there's the situation that might be too good to be true. You might be thinking, oh, I feel like I'm going to end up getting screwed in the end. Like that's not a nice thing to think. But, you know, again, so you have a feeling that you're going to end up carrying the burden and doing all the work yourself. Now, in my situation, like I said, I was approached by this person. It seemed like a great opportunity. However, this was what my gut was telling me, was that my intuition was saying it's a great opportunity, and if it works, it's going to be great. But I had a feeling that I would end up doing all the work myself, and that this other person would end up getting all the credit. And that's exactly what happened. Okay, so I didn't listen to my gut there at all. Okay, and no hard feelings with this person. That's fine. I should have listened. Okay, but again, I didn't have the understanding then. Now, the third thing that it could be, recognizing the difference between fear and intuition, is this could be the absolute golden opportunity that you've been looking for. This situation, it could be amazing, right? It's something that could radically shift your situation. It could radically improve your business. You could up-level your income, your clients, your customers, and your life. Okay, so it's a golden opportunity. And so really here being able to tell the difference between intuition and fear is essential. Oh, what's this? The more I want it, the more unconsciously I fear it. Yeah, that's a fear of success. Yep. Oh, Kerry, I so want to talk to you in HSBA this morning. Okay, so one way to help yourself understand all this is to reflect and meditate. Now, this is the first thing that I always go to when I know that I need to make a decision. It's always good to just allow the silence. Just give yourself a moment, right, or several moments. Allow the silence, clear your mind as much as possible. You know, clear your mind. It sounds like a cliche. But when you do that, when you step away from all the busy thinking and you quieten your mind, and I'm going to say it's not always easy. Like, who was it said that they're an overthinker? I think it was you, Barb. You said you're a massive overthinker. Yeah, me too. It's not always easy to quiet the mind. But the more you practice it, trust me, as someone who is an overthinker and does this all the time, the more you practice it, the easier it becomes to just sit in the silence and let those thoughts come. Once you once you get into that place of silence, then get into a place of reflection. Okay, so think about the choices that you have. And when the calm sets in, okay, the answers are going to be clear. This is when your intuition is really starting to work for you. You've quietened mind, you're having a bit of silence. And this is also what I love, is when that silence comes, your intuition will kick in. You will know the answer. Okay. And what I love here is this is ultimately too when downloads happen, other downloads besides the choices that you're looking to make. You know, your creativity comes in this place. Can't tell you how many times I have stepped away from the business, had a bit of silence, you know, and then multiple creative ideas come. You've packed your caravan for a week away from everyone to calm the mind. Yeah, great. I wouldn't think that every decision is going to take a week away. It can take 20 minutes. Okay. It can take an hour. Doesn't have to always be a week away. It depends, of course, what the decision is and the level of the decision that you're making. But, you know, you can do this. Like I said, the more you do it, the easier it gets. You can do this and know in about 20 minutes. It's hard to stay focused and calm all the time, but good things come when you have a clear mind. Push calmness. Exactly, Kerry. Exactly, Parme. Well said. Okay, so also think about past experiences. Now, they can be wisdom. They can also be the opposite, right? So pay attention to things that, you know, lessons that you've learned through life, how they're influencing your decisions now. Now, they can be positive decisions, positive things that have happened, positive lessons. Most lessons that you've learned are positive. They could also be negative things that have happened to you that you're allowing to negatively affect your decisions. So know and again, understand, are they positive past experiences or are they negative? Now, I used to work solely with women. Now, the reason for that is because, you know, there's experiences in my past where I was allowing the negativity to come into my business. Now, I've since changed that. And I love that now that, you know, I work with men and women. It doesn't, you know, I love working with both. And it excites me that I can work with both. But I was allowing that negativity from my past to stop my intuition and knowing that I was meant to work with, you know, both men and women. I was allowing that to affect my business. Okay. So pay attention to, yes, past experiences and what are you allowing them to, what am I trying to say? How are you allowing them to affect your decisions? Is it wisdom or is it doubt or fear? Now, here alone, your intuition is going to know the difference. Your subconscious is going to know. It is, guys. It's absolutely going to know. So think about that. Is it wisdom or doubt and fear? Now, in that, you're going to have body signals. Not only are you know, there's a lot of thinking going on, there's going to be body signals happening as well. Okay. So, do you feel a sense of ease or discomfort when considering an option? Okay. So, think about this. So, fear, signals of fear or dis-ease, let's call it fear. Okay. Now, tell me you experience these when you're getting fear. Okay, so you might have a tingling in the back of your neck. Okay, the hairs on the back of your neck might stand up. You might have like a queasy feeling in your stomach. You might have this really unexpected wave of emotion. Like you just get emotional really quickly over something that's surprising you. Okay. You might have heart palpitations or a pounding heart. Okay. You might start sweating, have hot and cold flushes. Like something I get is hot flushes down my spine, tightness in the chest, shortness of breath, trembling or shaking, tingling sensations. These things. Okay. So body signals, you know, for fear or dis-ease. Now, on the other side of that, you might get something like butterflies in the stomach or a feeling of calm. They can also be signals of your intuition. So depending on the person, okay, it could mean like butterflies can either mean like a positive or a negative feeling. For me, I know when I get butterflies, that's a good thing. I actually love when I get butterflies in my stomach because I know it's like it's nervous anticipation in a good way, if that makes sense. Okay. So think about physical reactions as in positivity. Okay, now think about this. These are going to be very similar to the physical reactions. A lot are going to be very similar to the reactions, physical reactions of fear. Okay, so you might start to shake or tremble. Okay, tingling in the back of your neck or down your spine, or hot and cold. Go hot and cold down your neck and your spine. You might get goosebumps. You might have this, and this is less, it's less physical, but it's kind of mental, but it's a bit both. You might have this overwhelming sense of peace and calm. Okay. You might, and this is something that happens to me as well. When I know something's right, I have a feeling, my whole body, this fear of excitement to the point where I just can't sit still because I know that it's right. Okay. Again, something else, this is more mental, but you might have like this is an inner knowing, this is your intuition there's no logical explanation. You just know that you're meant to do it, or that meant to be working with someone. You might have in that silence unexpected flashes of clarity, going, I know exactly what I'm meant to do, who I'm meant to do with it, where I'm meant to go. You might feel like, and this is a bit woo-woo, but I don't care because sometimes it happens to me. You might have it like you feel an inner voice speaking to you, or, guides speaking to you. You feel like you're guided to do this thing that you're considering doing. And again, something else woo-woo, but I see this all the time. You might see symbols that come in front of you that have personal meaning for you, which mean that you're meant to do things, which mean that, it's kind of cementing that, yes, this is the direction that you're meant to go. Okay. And so learn again, this is what I'm saying, guys. It's not just mental, it's physical. Listen to your body, okay? Learn to recognize, learn to interpret both the physical responses and the mental and emotional responses. They're all working together to help guide you. And, with this situation that I had, I was excited to begin with, but there's this little niggling thought in the back of my mind, and I didn't take time to be silent and think about it. I just jumped into this situation with both feet, and it ended up that it didn't work out, which was sad. But I learned from it. Certainly learned from it, and I wouldn't do that again. Now I would go through this process. Now I listen to what my body says. Is it what are the physical signs that mean things to me? Am I getting those butterflies? Am I feeling excitement to the point where I can't sit still? Or am I allowing fear to set in? So as well as having your intuition, yes, intuition is great. Okay, learning to understand it is great, but test and validate it, guys. It doesn't mean knowing that you're meant to do something or having a sense that you're meant to do something doesn't mean making a really impulsive decision. The whole thing that we have, the whole thing that we've been talking is listening to your intuition and thinking it through. Okay, now, I know I mentioned before, don't overthink things. So there's a fine line here. Like I said, my dad is a classic overthinker, and God love him, he's passed it on to me. But validate the decision, right? It doesn't mean that you just need to jump on it. My intuition says it, so I just got to go do it. No, you don't have to do it straight away. You can still take your time, but not too much time, okay? Don't allow yourself, like we've been talking, to be held back by fear. So test it. Test your hunches, okay? You might often really be unsure of something, but here I actually have a personal philosophy, and I've done this with getting houses, I've done this with buying cars, I've done this with applying for jobs, and even starting my own businesses. My philosophy is you'll never know if you don't give it a try, and what's meant to happen will happen. And this has happened to me a lot with going for jobs. And, I've told the story before, and I'll tell it again. Just before COVID hit, I actually had an interview at a position which was the same position that I had left 2 years ago and ended up having a mental breakdown from. Okay, it was a very similar role. But the decision was to go for this role and go back to a full-time paid job, or to continue or put sole focus on building my business. And my excuse me, my hunch was that I needed to run my own business. But my fear, it was pure fear, is what led me to apply for that job. Now, again, using the philosophy, you'll never know if you don't give it a try, I went for that job and I didn't get it. And so it wasn't meant to be. On the other side of that, then I was, okay, I'm listening to my guides, I'm listening to the universe, right? Okay, I'm meant to start and run my own business. And guess what? Again, same philosophy. You never know if you don't give it a try. And if it's meant to happen, it will happen. And it has happened. Okay, so I was testing my hunches. One didn't work, one did. So it led me to where I'm meant to be. And this is what will happen for you as well when you take the opportunity to test your hunches, okay? Now, don't be afraid, guys, to seek advice from others as well, okay? By all means, go and ask your friends. Go and ask, your mentors, your coaches. However, they're not going to be the ones to make the decision for you. Okay, it's still your decision. In the end, it's still your business that you're running. So you are, like it or not, going to have to be the one to make the decision. Okay, so don't be afraid to go and ask for people. Okay, don't be afraid to go and ask for advice from people, but you're the one that's going to have to make the decision. They just might be able to help guide you or help you understand what you may already know. That's what I find a lot of the time when I go on to speak to friends and colleagues, fellow entrepreneurs. That's exactly what I find. And the combination of your intuition and your rational thinking, that's what can lead to a really well-rounded business decision. Okay, so the combination of the two will help you. All right, so yes, it's intuition, but it's also rational thinking as well. And then, of course, taking the action. It's one thing I love to say. So think about this. Intuition is a really powerful tool in your entrepreneurial kit. It 100% is. Make sure that you cultivate it. Make sure that you sharpen it. Let it complement. Listen to this. Let it complement your rational decision making. Okay? For making brilliant business choices. At the moment, you're making flyers to do markets. Awesome. Kerry, you have so much outside noise from family and partner now. I'm feeling lost and struggling, and tune into yourself again. Okay, Kerry, for you, I would suggest then, like I said, come to the Heart and Soul Business Academy call today. You remember, and get advice, seek guidance from fellow entrepreneurs. If your family and your partner are not entrepreneurs themselves, then getting advice from them is probably going to confuse you more because they don't understand the decisions that you're trying to make. And I'm just going to leave it there. All right, guys. So thank you. I hope that has really helped you this morning. And what I'd love to, if you've loved this and you want to know more, okay, not only about intuition and making business decisions. If you want to know more about those 4 different pillars that I was talking about, so mindset in business, motivation, goal setting, planning, getting yourselves organized for 2024. Now's the time to be doing it. Getting marketing techniques, learning marketing techniques and putting them into action, and also building that momentum, getting your business growing and having that fantastic success. I have this is a completely free masterclass happening next Tuesday. Okay, so next Tuesday. And if you would like to register, feel free to just either click the QR code, or my beautiful Parme is actually popping the link in the comments as we speak. She'll pop it in a sec. And it's a treasure map. It's a treasure map. I like that. It's a treasure map, right? Starting your business entirely on your terms. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people will come into business and they'll work with a coach, and they think that they have to do everything the same way their coach did it. I'm not going to tell you how to do that. That's not me. You are going to have your own values. You are going to have your own ideas. I can give you the strategies and the techniques that I know work, but then it's, and then it's your job to take them and use your business, start your business and grow your business your way. And I'm going to take you through a guide in how to do that. So again, guys, this is a completely free masterclass. It's going to go for about an hour and a half. It happens next Tuesday at 10:30 Adelaide time. So about half an hour from now at that time. So if you want to come, just click on the QR code or click the link in the registration. Guys, if you are watching the replay, pop #replay, and I'll come back and answer any of your questions. It's been amazing to be talking to you this morning, and I look forward to seeing you next week in our free masterclass. All right, everybody, have a fantastic Tuesday. All right, bye.